Beginning. Hello, beautiful Lovetarians. Are you interested in energy healing and how chakras are actually creating your health and influencing your health? If you are so, please stay tuned for the next 55 minutes. I have with me an incredible expert, Carmel Sastre, who is an energy healer with decades of experience, and he will tell us today how all of this is connecting and how you can actually help yourself heal with energy. Carmel, without further ado, you have been a guest on the Lovetarian podcast in episode 13. So we're not going to talk too much about your history, but we want you to focus and tell us all about how we can thrive and prosper in excellent health, manipulating our energy.
Perfect,
Hello.
perfect. So it's a pleasure to be back and to share a little bit of information about the magic chakras we have. So as you know, the chakras are energy centers, and these energy centers within the body, we have 7 main chakras, and depending on the healing kind of healing, there are even more chakras. But these big chakras, these energy centers, really help us and control our health. So depending on which combination or which chakra we have affected, then we can have an effect, a negative effect or a positive effect. So today I can explain you a little bit for the chakras, so how it can affect our life, and we can use the knowledge of these chakras to really enhance our health, enhance our peace of mind, and really be in balance, and to go to feel really the flow of energy, and that everything is like going smoothly. So that's yes. So okay, we have 7 chakras, main chakras. That's but we have hundreds and thousands of chakras, because each chakra controls different systems within the body. And in these chakras we have minor chakras, so it's like a country, and then we have a region, and then we have a city, and then we have an area of a town, and so on. So that is how I work with chakras when I do energy healing. I go to do when I work with the chakras, it's very important as well, the aura, which is the magnetic field, and that we receive information, we receive from other people, from the place where we live, all these feelings that can affect us, or for example the air we breathe. Yeah. So all these aspects where we live, and depending what kind of people are with us, these affect our health. So that's why, you know, when you are with negative people, so then you feel like stressed, or your thoughts start really to be like negative as well. So then you need to protect yourself, and as well to be surrounded of positive people. As for example, when a person works in a company, and then the person suffers all this stress, then there is the best thing really, because the person can receive many healing sessions, but then back to the same situation. So that affects the chakras. For example, in particular, the solar plexus is the 3rd chakra, and it really takes all the stress and all the emotions get stored in there. Then the person can have with the time ulcers with the stomach. So of course the person can change the diet, but well, basically this energy, this environment is really destroying this chakra. And what is this chakra, for example? To give an example, then we can go through the chakras. This chakra really is the chakra of power, the chakra of action. Sometimes if it's not controlled, what happens is the person is overstressed, the person has anger maybe, and if it is blocked, it is the opposite. The person really have a lack of self-esteem, doesn't have courage to really take an initiative or an action, and then the person feels like nobody somehow. And the person, it doesn't have this anger, but instead has frustration. So that's how the chakras are and how they affect us, because it is, if they are in the center with the yin and the yang, and they are balanced, that provide us power, self-esteem, relaxation. And if it's not, if it's hyperactive, so like bloated, so like overactive, it's negative. And if it is not enough and it is like blocked, that's as well negative, because it would be in this case frustration instead of anger if it's overactivated.
Yeah. Perfect. So we actually, before we went on live, we spoke a little bit about digestive system. And I spoke to a lot of people, and many of them in this time experience digestive issues. And
Yes.
we just talked about that, everything is connected, and it might be something that you've eaten, but a lot of times right now in this moment in time, with the field being so saturated with energy of feel and stress and restrictions and different rules changing, people are confused, and it very much influences the digestive system, right? Because
Then
we don't digest the energies that are present in the field.
exactly, the person is not only the digestive system itself of the food, but it is to digest the reality, to digest the situation. And this, for example, all these situations we are suffering that now with all this COVID and restrictions, and then all these, what is science, what is not, it's really making us really like destroying our chakras, destroying our power, because that's the center of the power.
Exactly,
And
and that's what you said there, that solar plexus is the center of your will and power, and a lot of people right now, they feel powerless, right? Because it's just so overwhelming. Like, what can you do on your little human level? So maybe we can give them some advice, some guidance, how to manage that power center in those crazy times. And how
yes,
to,
yes,
be
yes.
okay.
Yes, because this is something really that this power, this energy, this fire, this action, what we want to do, this is now with all these restrictions, with all what we are not allowed to do. They are making this chakra really like smaller, smaller, without power, without fire, and with frustration. So it is this anger, that is there. Really frustration, frustration. The person doesn't have the ability of taking the action they want. As for example, when it was the lockdown, so everybody home. That is really a restriction of frustration, and this affects this center, which is a center of power, but affect as well all the chakras. As for example, how many people now have not only stress but anxiety. The medications that are sold now for anxiety and depressions is really, really high, and all ages are suffering now depression, even kids. So that's something that is really affecting that, and this is really now we are suffering. I always explain, for example, solar plexus could be really, really too activated. Would be, for example, a boss in a company that doesn't have understanding, a dictatorship, basically. And of course, the person who is working in this company is like afraid of losing the job, afraid of everything, afraid of taking action, afraid of doing, and that's what is happening now.
Yeah.
So what happens is that it affects our digestive system, but as well, we can't digest really this reality that looks like, a film really about another reality that doesn't really exist, but unfortunately it is real. So I think that with our energy, our thoughts, we need really to digest this situation so that it affects us the less possible, because
So
it
how
is.
would you advise people to digest it? What some practical advice?
To digest this situation is really to see the reality, and then to be surrounded of people that think exactly the same.
Like we do, right? We have our
Exactly.
podcast and we all similarly think, and we support each other.
Exactly. And then we emanate another energy. We know that we are not alone. And then we recover this power. then we go to the places where we are welcome, and not to the places where we are controlled and there is a must. No, we need to go because we have pleasure and we want to enjoy. But if they want to control us, the control is the horrible thing. It's a horrible thing that destroy
Yeah.
our identity and our energy field.
Yeah.
So really is to things that we can do for that is really to go to places where we are welcome, to be surrounded with people, to get in maybe an association, in groups, to be more in contact, and really don't follow like sheep, don't
Yeah.
follow all cows one after the other. So all these because it's not a democracy what is happening somehow.
Yes.
So is to digest all this situation, and it affects as well the stomach, when we eat. And maybe it is not the food, but sometimes depending on how we are, our stress, our fears, our emotions, then it affects really, we can't really digest properly the food. And then we think, oh, I don't know why, maybe something was wrong or the food wasn't really fresh. And it's not the case, because the emotions are really, and the fears are really taking power of our body, because
Yeah.
the thoughts and what we hear and what we feel is really taking power of that. So this is one of the things, Natalia, that can be done. So to be surrounded of good people, people who live with freedom, and then breathing exercises. That's very, very important. Breathing exercises and through visualization as well, focusing in the stomach area, so the third chakra. Um, for example, breathing in, visualizing bright white light in, breathing out, releasing any energy, any stress we have. The same as we can do a meditation, this kind of meditation through visualization and breathing help us really to release, because we work energetically. We
Yeah.
visualize, we work with love, which is how I work with love energy in energy healing. So with love, like taking care of this baby, which is our stomach, our digestive system, the chakra of power, in and out, releasing any stress. This is a very effective thing that can be done with love energy, with visualization, with the breathing, and with positive intention, because intention is very important in healing.
Yeah. Perfect. You actually generously offer a healing session to one lucky winner here. So if
Yes.
anyone, if you have questions, put your name in the comment box and the question to be able to receive that reward. We'll select one person by the time we're finished. So if you're not going to put your question and your name, you're not going to be eligible. So get active. There are some people live here. So get active, ask questions, give us your name, and then we'll select the winner. And I believe the session with Carmel is really powerful. I had several. It was a very nice experience. And actually, you value it at over £100 right now, right? So over €100. So it's really valuable experience.
Yes.
So
Yes.
definitely, get active. How long have you been doing this? Very long time, right?
Yes, providing energy healing session many, 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 many
Many
years,
years.
and that's how I created, after 25 years experience, really my technique that I registered as
Yeah.
ChakraAura. Yes,
Yeah.
and
We're
I
really
have
lucky.
created. Sorry.
No, go on.
I have created this technique as well, thanks to all the help of all these people who
Yeah.
came in my healing sessions, and when I've seen all these amazing results with the healing sessions.
Yeah.
And really, I think it's an opportunity. So you are more than welcome if you want to ask something about energy healing, about the chakras, about how maybe to help one particular chakra, because I'm here for that. And then you have the possibility of this session. And this session is not only that I work energetically. So maybe I share that,
Yeah.
Natalia,
Yeah.
although you know a little bit how I work. So it starts with a chat, and then to see exactly what you want to work, if you have any body pain, if you have any emotional pain or whatever. And then we go through, I do the healing session with you. At the same time, I can guide, depending on the person, I can guide a visualization, okay? At the same time, I do the session or not. It depends on the person, the situation, etc. And after the session, I give little tools or recommendations for the chakras and to sort out a little bit the problem. Okay.
Perfect.
So,
Great.
yes.
Yeah.
And today, well, I would like as well to tell you, for example, we are talking about the chakras, but for example, a meditation, a grounding meditation, and a meditation, a general meditation for all the chakras can be really the best thing that you could do, because it works not only with the solar plexus and with the stress, but and with the power and the action, but it works from for all the chakras, for grounding, to have our peace of mind. So this is something that really is good for all chakras and not only for the first chakra, which is the grounding.
Yeah, perfect. And do you have any specific meditation you can recommend, or just something general?
I have a meditation, and I can share this meditation with you, which is really grounding meditation and the flow of energy. It is in my book about the chakras, the secret power of the chakras revealed, that I have. So I can share with you this meditation that you can do. It's
Okay.
very easy, it's very powerful, and the effects are cumulative, because the more you do it, the more the effects.
All right.
And it has the grounding power. It works with all the chakras and the flow of energy. And of course, if you have the possibility to do this meditation, meanwhile you are bare feet, on the beach, mountain, a park, so directly in contact with the earth energy, so you will absorb all these negative electrons, this earth energy that really heals as well. And it is free, this
Oh
healing.
yeah. Oh yeah, beautiful. How long is it, the meditation?
It's around 20 minutes, more or
Okay.
less.
So
Yes.
how would you share it with us? Probably we don't have time for you to guide us through it, but when can people find it?
I can record it because it's a homemade really meditation only for my clients and the people who receive my healing. But I can do it one, put it in Facebook and share it.
Okay, beautiful. Then you
So
do it.
in a couple of weeks, it would be ready in YouTube.
Perfect. And then in the meantime, we're going to share the link to your page if anybody would like to contact you and get in touch. There is your website, right?
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. And now I'm just going to say it one last time because people are listening, but they are not asking questions. So if you would like to have a chance to win a free session with Carmel, please put your name and put your questions, because once you do it with the recording, that doesn't count. If you're here
Yeah.
live, do it now. So
Yes, if
while
you
we're
have.
waiting, yeah. While we're
Yes.
waiting for that, Carmel, will you tell us more about different chakras and how to align them?
Yes. For
How to
example,
be
for the first chakra, which is called basic chakra or root chakra, first chakra, this chakra, really the center of this chakra, is the perineum. And this chakra is to do with survival, with self-esteem for the body. This is to do with the physical body. This chakra is the grounding, is the chakra that really absorbs the energy. It's the most material part of our body, because the upper chakras are really the spiritual ones. These ones are more material. So it has to do all with the money, with abundance, with the house, with the physical body. So, for example, when people have problems with the muscular system, with the bones, with that is a lack of energy of the a weak first chakra, a lack of grounding. So grounding, for example, is very good for this chakra because it feeds the bones, it feeds muscles, it hits the whole body, even the skin. So it's very important. And things we can do for this particular chakra is really to release the fear. And this can be done with meditations and with energy healing sessions, and but really to transform this fear in security. And that's the earth energy, really the grounding, and to be really with a good self-esteem from we were born. That's the first chakra. So we can do grounding meditation, for example, physical exercises as well. And then, for example, when we have a lack of grounding, things that we can do as well to help is to eat really, for example, roots or things that are really in the earth for the vegetarians. For example, a person who eats meat, it could be a steak, for example. But the grounding, really, the most natural grounding, is really the one from the vegetables that are really like onions, like carrots, like all that, and are really, really connected to the earth. And that's for the first chakra, root chakra. The second chakra is the one which is at the pubis area. Okay. It's the sacral chakra, it's called, or second chakra. And this, for example, really affects people when they have, for example, a lack of joy, a lack of, they don't smile, they don't laugh. So life is really like a routine. And this, what happens, it's that it creates guilt. So it is like, for example, religion, or really the people that really want really to make you feel bad. If you do that, oh, that's a sin, or that this affects the second chakra. This second chakra as well is affected when, for example, a person is raped or abused sexually, because of course it is the chakra that is connected to the sexual organs and to the ovaries, so it affects this chakra. Things to do is really for this chakra to empower it. It is, for example, to eat food that is orange, which is the color, the frequency of this chakra. And for example, carrots, for example, they have the ability of grounding, but as well as they have the orange color, so they help you for this chakra. And things that you can do is eat all these things. Then, for example, the element is water for this chakra. So, for example, baths, showers, through visualization, swim, all these things really activate and cleanse this chakra. And things that you can do, and when a person, for example, has that blocked or not working properly, dancing, moving the hips, because the hips, they are part of the first and second chakra, and they are linked to the second chakra. So that's why it gives like activity, movements in all this area, and it activates. Physical exercise, if we work all the body, all the joints, I recommend that. And I have these exercises in my book about the chakras. So what they do is really they activate each minor and major chakra. So that's why in this case, I recommend really hips movement, and for example, salsa and merengue, which is very good for this area.
Great.
So that's for the second chakra. Then we have the solar plexus that we talked before. It's the fire energy. So for that is really to release stress. For example, doing activities. It depends on the person. Sometimes when I have a person that wants a healing session and has a lot of stress, so it's funny because I say, oh, maybe for you it would be good boxing or martial arts or whatever. And the other day I had somebody, she said, oh, in fact, I was doing boxing. In fact, I was thinking maybe I should start again. Yes. And I say, yes, your own body, your higher self is really telling you that you need that. So for this area, things you can do is really activity, physical activity, then to see if you can avoid stress. And as I was saying, be surrounded of people, nice people with peace, with and then as well, one thing that you can do for this chakra is to eat like a lot of green, which is the neighbor of this chakra, the heart chakra, and yellow as well. This helps to all these this chakra. Then we have the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is breathing exercises. Is one of the things that you can do to really help this chakra to breathe in, to breathe out, and there are exercises of visualization. I am writing now. I'm currently writing a book about meditation for the chakras and the power of the colors as well, because same as frequency, the colors have properties. And these properties, for example, I use them in healing. It's very important. There are certain colors that can be used, certain colors that cannot be used in certain circumstances, etc. So this chakra is connected to the green, which is really the color that vibrates, but it is also with the pink, because pink is love energy. So everything really emanates from there. And when you work with love, my technique about chakra healing is to work with the unconditional love, which is this chakra. And I can assure you, when you work like that, you have people, nice people coming, and the people who are not good, they go away. It is automatically, because they don't have this love energy. Sorry for the telephone. So because they don't have this love energy. So this is, in fact, as well, the chakra, the heart chakra, is the gratitude as well. And this is very important. In fact, the gratitude is a minor chakra, part of the heart chakra, which is between the center of the chest and the throat. This is the gratitude chakra. So the mother of this chakra is really the heart chakra. So there it is, to give, to receive, and breathing exercises can help with that. Unconditional love, forgive, and not really be involved with negativity or bad vibrations. All good? Any
Yeah.
questions? No?
Okay. No, seems like people are into listening today.
Yes, well, that's good. If you have any question, you can ask now, because,
Yeah.
and of course, you have a free healing session, which is really good. If you have any pain in your body, why not to try? If you have stress, if you want to balance your chakras, to empower one to terminate the chakra, so you are more than welcome to see if you are the lucky one today. Okay. Okay, so to continue, so this chakra, really the breathing exercises, and really to work, with love and conditional love, and really acceptance, to give and to receive, because I can tell you, when you give, you're going to receive. You maybe don't receive from this person, but you receive from another person somehow. It's maybe not money, it's maybe something that you really like. And it's so important, this chakra. That's why it is at the center. And this is at the center in connecting the material world and the spiritual world, which can only work properly if it is based in love. If not, it is destruction. And in fact, we can't really do an effective healing session. I know that not all energy healers and therapists work with love energy, and that is not good, because that's not really energy healing. Really, it is. I don't know. You should call it another name, but they are, and scientifically it is proved. But the science really tries to avoid the benefits of the earth energy, the mother earth. Now we are having these masks, for the coronavirus. Okay, but then, okay, what happens with the cars, that with the petrol and all this contamination? So, well, so the experiment about that, they showed that when you have, for example, something bad as kind of cancer or whatever, when you try to destroy it, you make it like more powerful because of this energy. And when the bacteria and the bacteria, infection, etc., when you really resonate with them with love, and when you really say, okay, you've done your job, you have your life, this organ needs to be healthy, I sent you love and you can go, and love and you can go, this works. And there is as well a person, I don't remember now the name. It's Lushka, or I don't remember. But anyway, this scientific who is a doctor started to do healing, and he was amazed with this experiment. So all what we do really, when we are doing it from here, it gives satisfaction, gratitude, and happiness. So I really encourage you really that you work with that, because you're going to see a transformation. And when you get rid of the things that are not really love, so you're going to feel like bigger, like whiter, like with more light and more power, and really in a state of peace that you can go to many retreats and you can't really reach this level. And it's so easy. So that's why the heart chakra is the most important. And when I work in healing, I work with different sources of energy. It is mandatory, really, the love energy, which is at the heart chakra, the gratitude, the unconditional love, and then the cosmic energy that you can call it love or you can call it whatever, and the earth energy and other sources of energy. But well, I'm not going now to talk about all the sources of energy that I work, because otherwise we need another hour for that. So this is about the heart chakra. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No
Mm-hmm.
questions? Okay, so then I continue. So I go to the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the fifth chakra. It is the chakra that is to do with communication between one person, and the communication to be able as well to listen, not only to talk, but as well to listen. Otherwise, it shows that there is an imbalance there. And it is the color, the connection is really the music, the sound is the sound energy that really helps this chakra. So for this chakra, what you do really to activate it is you need to identify, maybe if you want to have more information, do you listen somebody or you only talk, or do you have any problems in your in communicating, in verbalizing maybe, or a person that is stuttering. So there is a problem in there. And this can be healed, because I had two people that have been healed with my sessions, and they stopped stuttering. So that's amazing. Of course, for that, you need to go to the root of the problem and not only cleanse this chakra. But for this chakra, to really help it, it's good to think, it's good to talk and communicate without fear, because if you have fear, then it gets blocked and then you have problems. And here, for example, many people, and depending on the cultures, because as I work internationally, I really observe depending on the cultures and depending on the parents, this chakra is affected. For example, a father or mother that say, oh, to the kid, shut up, you don't know anything, or you are too young, or you don't know anything, then it creates really an imbalance there that really psychosomatizes, and then the person really has a problem in speaking, in verbalizing, and in transmitting any information. And
Yeah.
sometimes the person doesn't talk, yes, or maybe the person doesn't listen because it's overactivated, and the person needs to talk, and that's it. But then you say, oh my God, can you listen me one moment? No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so here, for example, I would say it's good to sing, it's good to play music, and even if it's not in words, but to move and create sounds with the mouth. That's one of the things that is good. Then all the blue things, as blueberries, for example, they are very good for the communication, okay, for this chakra, because it is the vibration of this chakra. Okay,
Great.
good for the throat chakra. So their singing is good, and talking and try to communicate. And things, for example, that you can do as well is really to talk in front of a mirror and then to see how you verbalize, how you communicate. Okay, that's the chakra that really controls as well, not only the communication, the talking, but as well the listening, because it controls as well the ears and all this area here. And
Okay.
then we have the sixth chakra. Okay, the sixth chakra or forehead chakra. And this is the chakra of the rational mind, the logical mind, and the intuitive mind. So the left and right side of the brain. It is then the power of seeing things clearly, balance, or calm. So this chakra, for example, can be affected because of the news. We are maybe listening when we watch television and images, and the images that really impact, then they are stored here, and then they need really to be digested so that they don't affect. We've seen this image, but it doesn't really affect. So this chakra is really to do visualizations. It's very good, for example, in meditation, and it's very good, for example, to see nice things, for example, the nature, because the nature has the perfect colors. You see the blue of the sea, the color of the sand, the mountain, the trees, the flowers. So this is a powerful therapy, and that's where chromotherapy, for example, comes from there. That's why, depending on the color that you use in a room or in a place, it's going to affect you in a certain way. So this is the third eye as well, the intuition, the vision. It is to do with the light, with the vision, how you perceive, with the colors. And the exercises, for example, of visualization are very good for this chakra. And the things that you can eat that helps this chakra, and as well the crown chakra, is all the violet colors. So you can eat, I don't know, all kind of color. For example, the cabbage, that is purple, or whatever. Yes. So this chakra is really enhanced, and very much, with certain meditations through visualization. Because the more we visualize, the more the power, the energy we have really to transform something or to reach something. So that's why when I work in healing, so I really use the power of visualization. And in fact, I can tell you that I had many people that had experience even the healing before I started working with my hands, only because of the power of the eyes. So there was a girl from this area that came, and she had a very, very bad lower pain. The back was really hurting all the time. And after I started working with her energy 3 minutes after, she said that the pain was less and less and disappeared.
Oh,
And
wow.
I contacted, yes, so amazing. So that's the power of the eyes as well. And when you practice really the healing, sometimes you can even heal with your eyes. It is so powerful, this energy, because through the eyes you can transmit energy, negative or positive. That's why they talk about the evil eye. What is the evil eye? It's an eye with a negativity, with jealousy, with bad thoughts, and this is transmitted. Does it make sense?
Yes. And how can you protect yourself from the evil eye?
Okay, well, there are many things. Well, I do like a kind of prayer and connection for that, that I do with oil, and yes, that's one way. And then you have as well all the things, as for example, to have sea salt baths to remove that, to burn sage, and then to have the smoke of the sage all around. And there is as well something that I use as well very often to cleanse myself with energy healing. So I do the energy healing, and then I use as well a neck and a neck that really removes all that. And then you have as well the power of doing it as well through visualization with healing sessions, or if it is without, then it is with visualization with different colors. But basically the main color is really to visualize like shower of energy of electric violet, because electric violet really releases and removes all the psychic attacks. So
Mm-hmm.
that is, so you see that there are many
Things
many
you.
ways of doing it. And then, well, you have, well, I have an orgonite here
Mm-hmm.
with me. So you have the stones as well, because the stones, when you know how to cleanse them, to charge them, to energize them with an intention, with a positive intention, so they work, for that. So they work for your protection, if that's the case, or for a clear mind, or for stomach problems, always with the intention. Okay.
Wonderful.
And yes, so that's something which is very, very, very important. This chakra. So the visualization is the number one, and to see nice things, because in fact, if you live in a place that is not nice, is insecure, it is, yeah, there are bad people, and you see these images, and these images really create you a negativity inside. The same as when you watch the news, or you watch, and they say something that is really against our beliefs, for example, then it affects us negatively.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is like a bath. Instead of a bath of water, in this case, for this chakra, it is a bath of colors. So
Mm-hmm.
seeing the nature, seeing all the beauty of that we have, because all this beauty and all these colors heal us. So for example, the pine trees, they have not only the green that really heals, and the green is a very safe color, but as well to breathe this, same as the to receive the sun that really sent us all kind of colors of light, so it heals us. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good. So that's the sixth chakra. And now we go to the crown. So one thing about this chakra, so I set the remedy, but so visualizations. But this chakra can be affected really by the images that maybe we saw before. For example, a father beating the mother, or something that really impacted us. And then it affects this chakra. So this is like a kind of psychotherapy that I do in energy healing, really, to have these images disintegrate really the energy. And there are techniques for that in meditation and when I do the healing, because you can't really, sometimes there are people that really forget the things, because the body doesn't want really to accept this image, no. But in this case, for example, what is important is really to transform this image, so that this is something that happened, this is something that is not there anymore, and this doesn't affect me, to release really this blockage that is there. So you need really to have a confrontation in a way of saying, okay, it's healed, and that's it. That has been an experience, what I learned about that. So maybe that I don't accept somebody that treats somebody else, and it gives you a lot of information. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
instead of having the negative side, to translate it and to transform it, and see the positive side, even it has been horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the sixth chakra. And then the crown chakra, really the crown is to do with attachment, is to do with the spirituality, it is to do what is life. It is the integration of our identity. So who we are we spiritual light beings? Are we not? Are we only a piece of meat? Okay. What is there? It's our belief system, really. It's our religion, or what we believe in. If we believe in reincarnation, if we believe in a transformation, if we believe in light beings, in our protections, in telepathy, in connecting, with the universe. This is this chakra, and it is the crown chakra is called the seventh chakra. And this is, I want to say something, Natalia, about an interview that I had from a magazine, psychic magazine. And
Yeah.
it was before the all what started, with well, at the really beginning, when it started and with the coronavirus. And okay, it was an interview of 15 people in there, and five of the psychics, and I was one of the five. I said that this virus was not going to disappear. It's going to be something that is always going to be there as a flu.
Mm.
And what I said in there, because I don't want to talk about this matter, but what I said really, which is a spiritual thing, is that it's quite funny, and I don't believe in coincidence. Okay, and it is called coronavirus, like the crown. Yes, the
Mm.
corona. And why? Because from this point, I think, and that's what I saw, I felt, when I did my meditation, my healing, and I really wanted really to express and write what I wanted. It is really the time where big, big changes are going to happen, because it is really the control about all civilizations and destruction. And now, really, it is to work with the corona, the crown
Mm.
chakra, which is be open to spirituality, be open to the self healing, be open to the connection about all. We are all one. The love energy, the power that we have. And of course, this is really something that doesn't give any more power to the governments, any more power to the control, the religion, etc. Before, in some countries, the religion was controlling, okay? Now the politics, for example, are controlling. In other countries, for example, the communist countries, then the religion was not allowed. So it is in one place it is mandatory, in another one it's not. And really that is a control. And that's what is happening nowadays as well. We continue with that. And now all these people that have really their work as well spiritually and with the love energy, we are going to be all together. We are going to support each other. We are going to share the things. We are going to go in the places where people really welcome you, with your heart. And this is going to be really a transformation, because spiritually, we are going to communicate even with our mind, with our feelings, and we are going to create a new world, a new society where the spirituality, which is very different from one person to the other, but if it's based really in love, acceptance, and give and receive, then it wouldn't be any war. Does it
Mm.
make sense?
Oh, totally resonate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about that, to share about this little interview that I had, about the corona, the crown chakra, because it came in my mind and it is the thing. So now I think that we need really to uh, really take action in really blessing what we have, and really the connections that we have. That's the message. And there are
Yeah.
many people who don't talk. There are many people who are afraid of really leave their spirituality and their way. And yeah, I think that this is something that we need really to accept and to say, wow, it is amazing. So I shouldn't be, feeling bad or strange, because what is strange really, when you really believe in love or when not. And as we can see, love is providing healing. And with anger, you don't heal. You get stressed and you get destroyed. So we have the answer. We don't need any more thing. And scientific studies, as I said, have proved that cells, when you treat them with love, things are healed.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, we are what, more than 60% water, and this whole research of Dr. Emoto, when he was showing how emotions, right, influence water and then once they are frozen, they become beautiful when talked to with love and affection and appreciation, as opposed to other emotions. So
Yes, because we are oceans about
yeah,
that, and that's why we receive the influence of the moon and
mm,
the seas, of
yeah,
course, with the
exactly.
tides, and the emotions, the words, and the thoughts have this power. Because he
Yeah,
did that. Yes, I really love this person because he did that with water, and he did that with rice as well.
yeah, that's right. And
Yes,
in any case, we can just see from ourselves. Everybody can have their own experiment and see how you feel when you have what thoughts, right? We all know that you feel horrible when you are frustrated, when you are apathetic, when you just don't take action. You want to, but you don't dare. But then once you do, there's a release of energy and you feel much
exactly.
more powerful, much more energized, much more in your spirit, right? Connected. But we
Yes.
also want to tell people not to fight the negative emotions, or we not to maybe judge the emotions. If you're angry, you need to do something with that anger, not to keep it inside, right? So sometimes spiritual people, they're afraid to be angry, or they're afraid to have some negative
It's
emotions
true.
because they're like, oh
Mm,
my God, what's going to happen? But you need to let it go. You need to
yeah.
let it transmute out with it, right?
Yes, that's why, for example, in the boxing thing, the person that I
Yeah,
was doing the healing, I knew that the person needed to release. So I told her, shout, take out this anger. So boxing, for example, is very good. And the funny thing is that she was already doing boxing in the past. That
yeah,
this thing and these emotions and these words, the same person did the experiment with rice, and there we can see that really the worst, even the worst of, because when he did the experiment of the rice, the worst of them was the one that was ignored.
yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
and that's the one that was the worst. And the best one was the one that was receiving these words every day about, oh, I love you, a lot of love for you. And the one that was in the middle was with the bad words. So imagine
Yeah,
it, how powerful. And in fact, you can do it if you want. I can share as well in a couple of weeks. I will write it the thing, and you can do it home,
yeah,
how
perfect.
to do it
Yeah,
about the rice. Yes, so I
fantastic.
will share it.
Well, Carmel, thank you very much. It seems like our audience is very quiet today. So, what we will do, we will say to the people, if you're going to watch the replay, if you're going to ask some smart questions, give us your name, and then we will maybe in a week, we'll select the winner if there will be comments. But other than that, maybe people just wanted to listen today. We don't mind, whatever. So
No.
we will see what's going to happen. Do you have any final words? Because we will be wrapping up in a minute or so. Any final words to our audience?
Yes, so I encourage you really, if you are interested that about the chakras, that you really start doing, for example, the meditation that in 2 weeks I'm going to share. So now, Natalia, I'm going to share
Yeah,
it, and then
we'll
if you
share.
can practice it, you're going to learn a little bit about the first chakra, the second, and see how you feel with your grounding, and
Mhm.
in general with your energy. And if this meditation, you have it in your mobile, and you go maybe to the beach or mountain, that's amazing with the bare feet touching the floor, and see how you can release the stress, and you can really, really receive a lot of things. In fact, a person, I remember many years in London, I recommended one person who had problems in speaking, and he was like crying. So this voice was, and of course, he couldn't find a job because when he was to an interview, the person that was interviewing him, he couldn't really employ him because he was almost like crying. So
Yeah,
that was, and I say, okay, we need to change that. We need to change that. So we worked energy with the energy healing sessions, and then I recommended him really to do some voice exercises, singing, etc. And I told him, and a must is really to do this meditation. Okay, and when you reach the throat chakra, you do a sound, and it is accumulative. He was 2 years without a job, so jobless.
Um,
And after 3 months, he found a job. He found a
Beautiful.
job abroad because he had some things emotionally and energetically to heal. He went back to where the ancestors were. And then he came back to London. And
Mhm.
then he found the perfect job and the job that he wanted.
Perfect. With this positive accent, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for meeting us. If you would like to work with Carmel, here is his website. Connect with him on Facebook. You also have a YouTube channel, right? And watch episode 13 of this podcast, because we talked much, much longer about energy and energy healing. And next week, please tune in on Thursday, when I'm going to be talking to Kathy Keel, who is an astrologist. Oh, Sharon, look at that, my friend. When I do a podcast, I know how wonderful you are. Sharon, maybe if you put some questions, we will answer them later on, and maybe you will be eligible to win a session with Carmel, or maybe you already work together. Who knows? But thank you for your comments. So now people last minute are commenting, but we are going to wrap this up now. And please tune in next week for the podcast. Subscribe to the Lovetarian Way channel as well, and share, because the more people know about it, the better, right? And as we said, Carmel, we speak with love, with light, with knowledge and wisdom, and we hope that people will take as much from it as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, and a lot of love.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.